Welcome to Americana Archives. Today's headline is Chat with a Pawnbroker. The subheadline says, The oddest thing ever offered to him. The business not all profit. It says, The oddest thing I ever had offered to me, said a pawnbroker, was a skeleton, and I didn't take it. I hadn't any doubt that it was alright, that the man that offered it owned it and had a right to sell it. I suppose he was a medical student who wanted money just then more than he wanted the skeleton. But I didn't know anything about the value of skeletons and how much to advance on it, so I didn't take it. But that will give you some sort of an idea of the variety of things that the pawnbroker has offered to him. Of course, you understand that not all pawnbrokers take everything. There are men who advance money on nothing but watches and jewelry and diamonds and pictures and that sort of thing, and who wouldn't give anything on the handsomest satin-lined overcoat that ever was, because it isn't in their line. They have no place to put such things, no conveniences for taking care of them. And then there are pawnbrokers doing a general business who take all sorts of things, watches and banjos, boxing gloves and silver spoons, practically anything and everything that offers. They might occasionally run across something that they wouldn't take, as I did with the skeleton, but not often. There's practically nothing but what they will take, and practically nothing but what is offered at one time and another. On some things, the amount advanced is very small, but still I've got things in safe that I never should get my money back on if I had to sell them. You'd suppose it would be easy for the pawnbroker to give on a thing no more than he could get for it if he had to sell it. And so it would be. But as a matter of fact, he may give more than he could get back. He would be governed by circumstances and by his judgment of the person offering the goods. I might have a customer bring in a diamond ring that I would lend so much on, whatever it was, and that would be a safe loan. The ring would be good for it if it was never reclaimed. But maybe the next week the same customer, hard up and needing money, would bring in a pair of trousers spotted and worn, not worth much if you had to sell them. And very likely I would lend more on those trousers than I could ever get for them. Lending that because he's a customer, and I want to accommodate him, and want to keep him as a customer. And because the chances are that he'll take the trousers out again. But if he doesn't, why then I'm out. The question of whether a man who wants a loan is likely to redeem what he offers is often taken into account. It is a common thing for the pawnbroker to look at the man, maybe a stranger, and lend on his judgment of the man as well as on his knowledge of the value of the thing the man puts down on the counter. Of course he makes mistakes in this, but he takes the chances, and I suppose he oftener gets it right than not. There might come in here, you or anybody, needing money, with an old-fashioned key-winding watch that I could not get $1 for, and want to borrow $15, and very likely I'd lend it, though I know I never could get my money back if the watch wasn't redeemed. But I know, or I think I know at a glance, whether he will redeem the watch or not, what sort of man he is, and how much he values the watch for its associations, and I go according to my judgment. No doubt, as a general proposition, the pawnbroker sets out to lend on things no more than he could sell them for. There are times when instead of making money, he loses it. What he tries to do is to get a profit as a net result. This story came from the great state of New York, being reported in the Altamont Enterprise of May 25, 1900. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to continue to uncover all of America's lost and forgotten history, then remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.